Goodwill Industries of Southwest Florida presents our 2021 Chet Perry Breakthrough Achiever of the Year, Wilson Waldrop. Wilson Waldrop started his journey with Goodwill as a student at High School High Tech. After graduating, he began volunteering at the Goodwill in Port Charlotte, working on developing job skills with his coach, Mary Jane Nickerson, a Goodwill Pathways to Work employment consultant.
So I first met Will when he started volunteering at our Port Charlotte store. He did a fantastic job. You could tell he enjoyed it. He was always doing what he could to be very helpful. You know, he wanted to be helpful. He enjoyed being there and things like that.
Shani got promoted to manager of the Kings Highway Goodwill and thought of Will when a position opened up and offered him his first job.
She said, I will hire Will. I want Will. I've been over at that store and I have watched him work and how dedicated he is and how, you know, he calls in even as a volunteer when he's not coming, and how he comes and he gets in here and he works. He doesn't sit, he doesn't take breaks, he just works. She said, and I will hire him. I want him. And so she did whatever she could to hire him.
Part of our mission is, to help people overcome any barriers or boundaries, and through Pathways he was able to do that, and then he was able to, get a job, and, it's nice to see it all come full circle.
Will is very polite, gets along very well with his other associates, and is very good with the customers.
All the customers know who he is because he's out on the floor and he greets people, he will help people. I have watched him go from one end of the store to get something for a customer and go all the way to the other. And he has trouble with his hips and he has some trouble walking sometimes, but he will do it, and no questions asked. That's Will.
He'll find things also that might be priced or damaged or something that could hurt our customer that he'll bring back in here. Stuff that we're not telling him to do, but he does on his own.
He gives 150%, not 110, 150. That's Will. And always with a smile on his face, always.
Will has been with Goodwill for 3 years now and loves every minute of it.
I love Goodwill because I love your business and love helping the customers.
I just want to say congratulations, Will. Your award is well deserved.
Congratulations, Will. I'm so excited for you. You deserve it.
Goodwill Industries of Southwest Florida is proud to present our 2021 Breakthrough Business of the Year, PNC Bank.
So PNC is a strong business partner of ours. We've been doing business with them for a number of years. We do it in a lot of different facets. Having strong business partners is important to us. Our banking relationship is apparently very important to us, and with them we feel that we've got a really wonderful relationship in terms of how they support the organization, not only from a business perspective, but also in terms of the rest of our mission services and the things that we do around here day in and day out.
They wanted to know more about Goodwill. They wanted to know what they could do to help us further our mission. So when I told them that we've been providing employment services and wraparound services in our community for the betterment of 55 years, they were surprised, and they were happy to know that, and so they wanted to know more. We have our community resource centers that continues to provide these free services, these employment services for people, and now we've added digital training to that list of what we do through our community resource centers. They were all in. They wanted to support us. They wanted to help us continue to build a quality of life for people in our community.
What really helps PNC develop good partnerships like Goodwill are similarities in their missions and their philanthropic efforts in the community. It's a natural fit for us here at PNC. We always look to strengthen the populations within the communities we serve. We like to empower our community members, and with Goodwill's efforts behind that mission, really helps us identify an easy fit for PNC with a partnership like that.
They want to improve the quality of life in the community, and they have that reach that's out there that sometimes that we don't have. I mean, people know about our stores, but they don't know necessarily about what we do. So pairing them up not only as a business partner, but now a community partner, it kind of helps strengthen what we can do in our community. And that is very, very valuable and very much appreciated.
Goodwill is more than just a thrift store. You know, they're more than just taking in donations. They're about helping the communities in which they live and work. You know, the tagline that's always stuck with me is a hand up, not a handout. So that was a very good fit for us at PNC with the community resource centers, because what you're doing is you're empowering those in the community who might need an extra hand to obtain and nourish those life skills that they're going to need as they continue their journey through their lives.
We appreciate when our business partners are able to come in and see our organization more close up and understand more of what we do. We're not just a retail operation. We obviously do so much more than just our retail stores. And so for a lot of partners, PNC included and otherwise, for them to have the opportunity to come in and see what we do on a more extensive basis day in and day out is very, very important to us.
Every time I come out here, I learn something new. Whether it's speaking with executive staff or some of the employees here, I always walk out of here pleased to know that there are things that are being done here at Goodwill in the community that I was never aware of.
Not only are they a valued business partner, but they are a committed community partner, and I very much appreciate that, and I thank PNC for that.
Goodwill Industries of Southwest Florida is proud to present our 2021 Breakthrough Philanthropist of the Year, the Pelican Marsh Golf Club. For the past 4 years, the Pelican Marsh Golf Club's 120 members host an annual golf tournament to benefit a local charity in Southwest Florida. In 2021, Goodwill's Pathways to Opportunity program was chosen as the recipient.
Actually, Jessica and I spoke to their committee and their board and talked to them about PTO and Pathways to Opportunity and how the money could help support the individuals in that program. And out of, I think, 3 other organizations, they chose Pathways to support.
Pathways to Opportunity is a full-day training program for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Currently, there are 96 participants served by the program that work on daily goals to maximize their independence. One of their favorite classes is cooking. The funds generated by the tournament allowed for a much-needed renovation of their teaching kitchen.
So we were looking at infrastructure. We knew that the kitchen was going to be a big issue because it's so vital to teaching them life skills like cooking, budgeting, nutrition.
So we remodeled. The island became accessible because before it was just kind of a block in the middle of the kitchen. We got new appliances and we got to update everything that we had in store. So like the mixer that was broken, the ovens that took 3 hours to preheat, all of that got changed and set up for us. So now individuals in wheelchairs can pull right up to the island and cook alongside of their friends versus us having to like bring it down to them, have them make it, and then bring it up to the island. Now we can actually show them how to use kitchen appliances that they actually have in their home versus things like, hey, at home you're not actually gonna hit all these buttons, it would just be you're turning it on. And now when we're teaching them, it's like, oh yeah, this one looks like the one I have at home. It's skipping a huge step and actually teaching them relevant life skills.
The generous outpouring from the club not only allowed for the kitchen update, but also helped to fund a scholarship program to help more individuals access PTO classes.
The course we have chosen was the one I would love to have, and this was something in favor of disabled people. Because my son, you know, is disabled since birth, and so it was easy for me to sell people something from the heart.
When they presented us the check for about $42,000 and change, we were both shaking. We were both in tears because it was just such an incredible experience with having all these individuals just so willing to help and excited to help. And it was really kind of a goosebump kind of event that we were there and got to receive that money.
After the kitchen renovations were complete, we invited the members of the club to come and see the results.
I'm very much impressed with the staff at all levels of the organization. Our first introduction was a very small segment of the people who work in the program, and through the tour today we've met many wonderful people. They're all dedicated, enthusiastic, are tied to their mission, and I'm very, very much impressed. Thank you for your efforts on behalf of the community and the world.
Goodwill Industries of Southwest Florida is proud to present our 2021 Breakthrough Volunteer of the Year, Soy Williams.
She gives 100%, 100%. If you Google cool, a picture of Soy will pop up. I'm guaranteed of it. Anyway, she's smart, she's brilliant, her standards are incredibly high. So if you can get to her standards, you're there. You are there.
I need some place to be, something to do, a goal, a meaning, a task. And, you know, Goodwill, hands down.
Soy has been so helpful. She volunteers her time day and night. She comes in, she's working at the warehouse, she picks out all of our artwork for us. She does her research, she takes pictures of it. If you see back here on the art wall, she takes pictures of it, she does her research, and she makes little place cards so that our customers have a little bit of insight on the art piece that they're buying.
Part of what we want to do with art is to elevate everyone's shopping experience by paying more attention to it, featuring it, giving it some extra attention. Also, people that donate things to us, and we sell them and we honor it by selling it at a good price that I think, of course, much better bargain than what they would fetch in an open market or even in an auction world. But it gives them an opportunity to see where their contributions are actually working to help the mission.
My mother has been she is 100 years old. She turned 100 years old this past September, and she has been an artist for 40, 50 years. And through the years, she has painted hundreds upon hundreds of paintings. And so I had a warehouse full of her artwork. And we talked about it, and she said, well, we need to donate it to somebody. And so we kind of talked about a few organizations, and I mentioned Goodwill, and her eyes lit up. And she was so thrilled to be able to pass that on to somebody else and help people at the same time.
And that's the other part of doing fine art at Goodwill is we're not only honoring the donors, but also the art itself. Because there's a lot of conservation related to nice pieces.
And so she knew all about my mother and her artwork. She had done her research. So we were so thrilled to be able to give it to not only Goodwill, but somebody to like Soy, who understands the value and the work that went into it and the love that went into all these paintings.
So she's kind of opened up a whole new stream of revenue for us, where at first majority of our art pieces were being sold as decor art, and now she has this whole new thing called fine art, where she takes her time, she does her research, and she gains knowledge. She helped me gain knowledge of art pieces and things of value.
She showed me what could be of value, what's valuable, and different artists and everything, what to look for.
And that's part of, supporting the art, supporting the arts, and the community, and history, really, going back millennia.
And so sometimes we get those pictures a second chance and send them, or third chance, and send them to the blue instead of just, getting rid of them.
this artwork, let's hope it raises a lot of money for Goodwill, because I've known about Goodwill. I've been to a lot of Goodwill functions, and I know Goodwill works. It makes a difference in the community, and I truly believe this, albeit small donation, will have an impact on Goodwill and a lot of people here in Southwest Florida.
Well, I just wanted to take my time to thank Soy from behalf of all of us here at Blue. She's been a real great asset to us, and we love her and we want her to stay forever and ever.
I appreciate you, Soy. I appreciate everything you do. I appreciate you coming over and say hello every morning, and I value you as a person and as a co-worker or as a volunteer.
She's fabulous and she deserves it. You deserve it, Soy. Absolutely.
Goodwill Industries of Southwest Florida is proud to present our 2021 Employer of the Year, Charlotte County Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity partners with low-income families to provide affordable home ownership. Like Goodwill, they have thrift stores where they sell donated items to help generate much-needed revenue for their mission. When Mary Jane Nickerson, a Goodwill employment consultant, was looking for employment opportunities for her Pathways to Work participants, Charlotte County Habitat for Humanity's CEO Mike Mansfield thought it was a good fit.
Well, I actually have an autistic son, and he's been through the Goodwill program through vocational rehabilitation. He's 27 years old now, so I'm fairly familiar with the program with Goodwill, and I thought it would be a great opportunity for Habitat to work that program with some of our folks in the stores.
I know here at Habitat, I've been here for 15 years, and the one thing that we always look at doing is creating partnerships. So, and it has to be good for both, so symbiotic relationship. So when we met with your team at Goodwill, this seemed like a good fit for both.
Everybody over there has been just really nice and just accommodating, very accommodating. So, and I think that's because of Mike. I really do. You know, Mike is definitely, you know, letting people know, you know, we have people here with disabilities or barriers, and this is how we treat them. And, you know, not every business and every employer is like that. So when you find one, we got to keep them. We definitely got to keep them.
And we find them extremely committed. Once they get trained and they know exactly what they're doing, the work is very predictable, and they just love that predictability, and then they love to be part of a family, and they're now part of the Habitat family. They love to come in every day and interact with the staff, and we get a lot of repeat customers. I call them frequent flyers, and they get to know the folks and make a relationship with them.
And I think that's one of my favorite things at Habitat, is how can we work together as a community to better our community.
Habitat has hired several Goodwill Pathways participants this year alone and expects to hire more in the future.
The partnership with Goodwill has been one that I've really longed for, and it's one that I want to see continue for a long period of time. We're very happy.
Yeah, Mike is a wonderful employer to work with. He definitely understands disabilities, barriers to employment, and he is so open to work with our people. He has been a wonderful employer. Wonderful.
We're super excited to be able to partner, and the thing to me is we're moving both of the missions forward. So that's what's important.
Goodwill Industries of Southwest Florida is proud to present our 2021 Breakthrough Employee of the Year, Walter Barb.
When I turned 18, I'm 32 now, but when I turned 18, I went to the school board and I needed a little help because of some things. So they got me in contact with the county, and the county got me in contact with Goodwill.
In 2010, Walter Barb worked with Mary Jane Nickerson through the Goodwill Pathways to Work program. gaining the skills necessary to get and successfully keep a job. No one expected that Walter would overcome so many barriers through the help of Goodwill and not only get his first few jobs, but also learn to self-advocate and use other Goodwill support services to go on and become our Breakthrough Employee of the Year.
Goodwill has been helping me on and off for 10 years. They got me a job at Walmart. I didn't like the work setting at Walmart, but I kept my job at the Tampa Bay Rays. And I still work for the Tampa Bay Rays seasonally for them, but I needed something more financially. So I, about 5 years ago, came here and looked for a job. Sabrina, who ran the job link center at the time, filled out the application, got me the job within like a week, and then they started working me after orientation. So I've been here and happy for 5 years.
So Walt was quite timid. Anything new kind of scared him. He just was real leery of something new. The last couple of years, he's really started branching out. Now he's helping on the dock, he's pushing wares, he'll help push textiles. He's actually excited to learn new stuff versus being timid over new stuff.
I'm kind of like a floater. I will pretty much do anything for Goodwill. That's pretty much my unofficial title is floater. I will do anything like dock. I come into work and I don't know exactly what my day is going to be until I get here, what Vanessa wants me to do for the day.
He comes to work, he wants to be here, he wants to work, he wants to talk to people, he wants to help people. So seeing him doing his thing is actually rather, well, one, it's entertaining because he is so bubbly that you can't help but smile when you listen to him. He's so friendly and down to earth. Customers love him, donors love him. He'll walk out and, how can I help you today? Like, you are his focus when he is speaking with you.
My customer service is really good, so probably customer service.
Customer service is so huge in any business, and when you make the customers feel at home, they want to come back because it's home.
I like it a lot. It's I've worked in other places. Goodwill got me a job at Walmart. I didn't like the work environment there, but then I came here about 5 years ago, and I really like it because we're like a family. We're just one big family. I'm able to talk to Vanessa about my day. She's able to talk to me about her day. We're able to work together. It's like a family.
And I do know, even though Mary Jane was not his coach, she still checks up on him to see if he needs anything, and he checks to see how he's doing and making sure that if he needs help, it is available and he knows it. And so do I.
But I'm happy right now with what I'm doing, and I want to learn how to do more things for Goodwill. Because of Goodwill, I've been able to buy a house. I've been able to have an actual life. I'm getting a little serious, but Goodwill did pretty much everything for me, and they gave me the tools to buy a house, have an actual life, and be able to take care of myself. Thank you for everyone in the job link center, because they are the ones who really helped me.
Goodwill Industries of Southwest Florida is proud to present our 2021 William J. Barrett Breakthrough Graduate of the Year, Barbara Zerilli Lonergan. When Barbara first moved to Southwest Florida in 2008, she noticed there were no water ice places in Cape Coral. That's what she grew up on back in Philly, and it was part of her family tradition. So she joked with her husband about opening up their own water ice shop on the Cape someday. But she was working full-time and had no business experience. By 2014, Barbara's employment situation had changed, and she decided to give her dream a shot. So she signed a lease and started exploring local business training.
I started out with the city of Cape Coral, and we did their Biz Chat, their fourth Wednesday Biz Chat. And from there I learned about Goodwill Microenterprise Program, which was amazing for me because I'm a preschool teacher by trade. I know nothing about opening or running and operating a business. So the Microenterprise Program for me was like was just calling out, like, you have to take this class. It's the only way for you to really learn whether or not this is going to be feasible and, you know, if it's going to work for you.
The Goodwill Microenterprise class helped Barbara get the foundation she needed, but she was still relying on her father's experience and know-how as her business partner to help her run things. He, too, had always wanted to have a small business.
He was my partner. He was my right-hand man. He was the guy who knew business. 6 weeks after we opened, he fell from a ladder at home and suffered a severe brain trauma. He was in a vegetative state. About 12 days after he fell, we put my mom in the hospital and diagnosed her with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And it was already throughout her whole body. So 4 months after we opened, I lost both of my parents 15 days apart.
Even through this adversity, Barbara never gave up on her dream.
It was a challenge, you know, to get through that period. Here I am, a brand new business owner. I'm a preschool teacher. I know nothing about running a business. And my partner, who knows all of this, is now no longer here. So I had to rely on myself.
Barbara did rely on herself, and using what she learned through Microenterprise, she has turned Zerilli's Chili Treats into one of Cape Coral's destination locations.
The class was just invaluable for me. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how important that class was. I mean, even though I was already in the trenches and I had to make this work, it gave me the knowledge and the resources that I need to really look at this seriously and really get a good start on it. It just really taught you to really look at things and expand your horizons. Think about what else can you do, what else can you sell, how else can you market yourself. You know, so it definitely taught me quite a bit.
In addition to water ice, Barbara has added her own line of ice cream and now even offers caramel apples. She says she'll keep going in honor of her father and their shared dream.
When it all happened, you know, I said, I can't let this stop me. You know, he gave me such a beautiful gift before he left this earth. And I get to carry this on for him, you know. And then, you know, as COVID hit, you know, people are like, oh, you know, you're going to make it through COVID. And I look at them and I go, if I make it through what I made it through in the first 4 months of being open, I can make it through anything.